These are some things I want you to consider. I know that confronting these truths can be uncomfortable, but they're crucial for growth. These questions are challenging, but they're required for deep introspection, and then you need to be honest with yourself. There's so many women these days who want to live a soft life and they want to find a masculine man, yet they operate from their masculine energy. If you want to live a soft life, you have to be in your feminine energy. If you want a masculine man, you have to be attractive to a masculine man, which is a feminine woman. So in order to get the things that you desire, you have to attract those things that you desire. Mainstream media will try to have you believe that anybody can, that gender and the way we operate is just a social construct, but it is not. As Aristotle explains with hylomorphism, the soul and the body are one. You cannot separate the two. Thomas Aquinas said the same thing, and he also argued that the soul is a form of the body, and emphasizing the unity of the body and the soul. They cannot be separated. And you may argue for the philosophers like Rene Descartes who believed in dualism, but the proof is out there. Look what has happened to society as the genders are being very confused. You need to reject these male qualities that are being thrust upon you and reattach to your feminine essence. Woman, it's important that you connect to your feminine essence in order for you to feel the most natural, in order for you to find that equilibrium. Don't resist the natural feminine essence and your natural feminine energy in the woman that you are. So it's important that you don't resist this natural femininity that your body wants to attach to. Unprogram what you've been taught. It's time to reject these male ideals that are being thrust upon you. So with all of this confusion, how would you know if you're operating from your masculine energy or if you're operating from your feminine? Well, I have a series of questions for you that you can ask yourself. Take inventory of yourself to identify if you're operating from your masculine or if you're operating from your feminine. And take some time to really think about these. You can write them down or pause the video after I ask each question and reflect. So would you know if you were in your masculine energy? You have to ask yourself if you're the type of woman who dismisses the concept of feminine energy. You view it as trivial and an unnecessary aspect of your identity. So what fears, judgments, or misconceptions might be influencing your resistance to embracing your feminine essence? How often do you compare yourself to others, feeling unworthy or not enough in various aspects of your life? Are you disconnected from your body, neglecting its needs, and pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion? Ask yourself, in what ways do you suppress your authentic voice and conform to modern day societal expectations because you fear rejection or judgment? Are you afraid to embrace your femininity truly, fearing you might be perceived as weak or vulnerable? Have you built walls around your heart, guarding yourself against love and intimacy because you're afraid of getting hurt? Do you prioritize external validation and approval, seeking validation from others rather than cultivating self-love and self-acceptance? These are some things I want you to consider. I know that confronting these truths can be uncomfortable, but they're crucial for growth. These questions are challenging, but they're required for deep introspection, and then you need to be honest with yourself. And by being honest with yourself, you can shed light on these areas that you need to heal and transform. Some more questions that you should ask yourself. Are you connected to your intuition, and are you able to trust its guidance? Do you prioritize self-care? So do you nurture yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically? If you answered no, especially to those last few questions, you're definitely operating from your masculine. If you find that you're competitive, or you have an overemphasis on just logic and rationality and not so much on your intuition, if you're always, goal-oriented instead of just allowing things to flow, if you suppress your emotions and you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable and you have a constant need for control, if you're neglecting self-care and you have a difficulty in receiving support, you're in your masculine. If you're impatient and you always have a sense of urgency, and if you're disconnected from your intuition and your creativity, you're in your masculine. So what do? Well, you do the inverse, and that will put you in your feminine. And when you start operating from the opposite of all those positions, you notice you become more calm. You notice you become more irresistible. And all the areas of your life just start to flow. And things become a little bit easier. You do actually have to operate from your masculine sometimes. You do have to get up and make things happen. You need to balance your masculine energy. If you're looking for ways to balance your masculine and feminine energy, I have an ebook in the description that goes over all those questions that I just asked you. So if you didn't write them down, or if you didn't pause this video, all those questions are in that ebook. And then the solutions on how to balance your masculine energy with your, as a woman, and how to instantly connect to your feminine, and so much more. It's all in that ebook. You can get it in the description below. So as a woman, it's important to not only strive to be connected to your feminine energy and your feminine essence, but also to be educated and confident. If you would like more tips on how to connect to your feminine energy and live a soft life and perhaps attract that masculine man, make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, and I recommend that you go watch the other videos in this femininity playlist and join the waitlist for the community. And I'll see you in the next video.